Da 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 da. Uh uh uh. Dying oh, 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 oh. All right. What am I gonna do now? Uh, This person was here before. Anyways, I shall go to do some whatchamacallit. What's it called? Eureka. What is this? Onion Knight? Where'd I get this from? I don't even know. Alright, oh. Chipper chip chip chipper chip chip. Alright, what you got for me, Coral? Good to have you with us, Clyde. Now that you are here, we can commence our expedition in earnest. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ah, there you are. I thought to find you at Port Surgate, but was told otherwise. It has been some time since we last spoke, and you are obligated to share with me your discoveries per our agreement. A pleasure to see you too as you go. I should be glad to apprise you of our progress. Given that you are here, I presume you are well aware of how we reintegrated the relay into the Ethernet and so forth. Then there is no need to expound upon those facts. However, you may wish to hear from Glide what happened after he flooded the relay. Gall of Baldason's past. I saw the vision. Golov, are you certain? Did I stutter it? But of course you are. This is your power. This echo, you must know all too well when you have walked in the memories of others. What else happened? Tell me more. A masked man seemingly offered power to cast down the wicked, and a vision of our founders discussing how to deal with an enemy, a powerful entity. An entity they apparently agreed to imprison on the Isle of Val, yet I know not of it. Have you any idea what it could be, Ishika? No, none whatsoever. However, your comrade's account has given me cause to reconsider our previous assumptions, especially in light of mine own discovery. Despite the considerable distance in Animos, I was able to measure a force being exerted on the barrier, which yet encases our headquarters. Force not from without, but from within. Yet, if the barrier was erected to repel an external threat, as we originally surmised, one would expect the exact opposite. Perhaps the barrier was not erected to defend, but to imprison, to seal something away, as Galuf and the others put it. Will you share any further discoveries with us, Ejika? I will continue my study of the barrier and inform you if I learn aught of note. What do you two intend to do? Strive to restore the Ethernet to good working order, as before, that we might gain access to our headquarters. My primary concern remains ascertaining whether or not the others are still alive, and rendering aid if need be. To that end, I hope I can continue to count on your support. Aye. Well, I cannot say I wholly endorse your approach, but as I have no better suggestion at present, by all means carry on. I will be in touch. I swear, even if I were on my deathbed, I doubt he'd spare a kind word. Some folks just don't have it in them to be nice. Where were we? Alright. We have yet to detect any anomalies that would suggest the presence of magicites. As before, we have only just begun to survey the region though, and I should be very surprised if I do not have news of it for you soon. In the meantime, why not see Pagos for yourself? 21. Yeah, let's do some of this. Can I make it there? No, I can't. I'll put it in an hour, I guess. Do I have challenge log? Is that tomorrow? Eureka? Fate. I didn't even realize all the things. Am I getting experience? How much? Not a lot. I don't... I shouldn't have... I'm not doing this. It's not time yet. We'll do it tomorrow, because it gets the reset. Doing it now is just a waste. Even though it is one level. Nah, I'll do it tomorrow. So, I wasted a potion. I shouldn't have done that. And I could have made it over there. What? It was at like 40%. Can I still make it? I doubt it. I'm out of here. There was something I needed to do, I think. Well, I mean, I need to do the ninja. I'll do all three together. I could play it. Well, let me get Black Mage to 72. You giddy. Go on ahead, Glide. I will join you in Alamigo with our advance party as soon as I. Oh yes, we're going to the meeting. Wait. While you and Lord Heian are away crossing swords with the Empire in distant Alamigo, I shall be. Well, not a meeting. The Empire is coming to Alamigo. Pray send the Guardians my regards. Come, let's return to Lys and share the good news about our far eastern reinforcements. Parley on the front lines. We must leave now to convene with the Eorzean leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Hakura, I leave you in command. My lord! I shall assemble an advance party with all haste, and join you in Alamigo forthwith. I have just received word from Lys. The Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo northeastern border. Once we've arrived in Locks, we're to report to a resistance officer stationed in Porta Praetoria, who will point us in the right direction. Let's not keep them waiting. Saryu's wall is a formidable barrier, but we cannot afford to lower our guard every moment, even for a moment. Only constant vigilance will keep Doma safe from our enemies. Here we are again, ready to fight the same foe, yet I would not be anywhere else. This conflict concerns us all. Come what may, we cannot allow the Empire to regain its grip on Alamigo. Here, I think we found the guide Lys mentioned. You must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you'll follow me, I'll take you directly to Alliance headquarters. What? Where is this? Where are you taking us?
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Heian. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, were our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
So, Alphino won't wake up, Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Yep.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea.
We have a scientist that worked on it, don't
The
we?
threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we
Unknown?
can take steps to defend against it.
We know about it. It was used during the main quest line. Or was that the main? No, this is just a side quest, but still. We had to get a... whatever. What do I know?
As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Asians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
What? Shock.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Asian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
The Empire requested a Scion. Alice, say you can go. I've got to go to
God,
Eureka.
Please. You know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Oh, good.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Eorzea's champion, huh? Who's that? Not fond of politics either.
Oh, you're not, are you? Come on, if Alizé can put on a brave face, then so can you. Now, we don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand should make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
I only play apolitical games, like Wolfenstein. This whole game is politics. If Charlene could not negotiate peace with the Empire, I rather doubt war can be avoided here. But every moment we steal for our preparations will count in the final reckoning. Is Emperor Varys enthralled to the Asians? That is the question. Should the Empire decide to ignore the rules of parley, we could be fighting far sooner than we'd like. Keep our weapons close. Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an Emperor waiting too long, shall we? Parley with the Emperor. Who are these two? They know everything. What? Why is Nanamo here? Get her out of here. It's pretty stiff. You ever take that helmet off?
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance.
Radiance.
I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I will offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
That's delusional.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Petulance? I am the... Let me stop.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise.
A leader? Nidhogg was their leader?
You speak of peace,
raise
yet
Volga.
use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north.
Yeah, according to whatever the people were saying, it was the Eorzeans that were attacking the Garlemalds, the Garleans, because they didn't have magic or whatever, no? I don't even know.
Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
Rightfully yours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers?
True. But,
I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Oh, talk to him, Varys. I might be on his side now.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Woods bounty.
Okay, now Khan Isan
Would
must
that
spit
your
it.
people might learn from their example.
Oh, talk to him. Now I'm with Khan E.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen?
Birdman.
You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I don't remember that.
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
Talk to him, Alisaie.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future.
Let's strive.
Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Recess. School's out.
Very well.
Oh, I mean, yes, recess.
I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
The Varys twins. Can't go on the other side. What kind of table? They just connect 3 tables together? So many chairs. Where did they get these chairs? Whatever rebuttal I had in mind was lost when Varys mentioned my father. The man is certainly skilled at keeping his opponents off balance. For a moment, I feared our talks would descend into violence there and then. Alcé speaks of her dislike for politics, but her honest plea may very well have prevented an early battle. For years have we warred with the Empire, and with no end in sight, a parley such as this represents a unique opportunity, and I would not squander it with bitter words. Why do I get the feeling that Emperor is hiding something? Varys holds fast to his ideals, just as I knew he would. He will not be swayed from this path. 'Tis true that the Limsa beginnings were not wholly honorable, but our old wrongs do not make the Empire's deeds right. I do much wonder at Emperor Varys' decision to attend these negotiations. It is plain he has no intention of hearkening to our entreaties, but what then is his goal? Why does he want the Scion and the Warrior of Light here? Phew. This is really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do to not swear at him. I honestly don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what Alphino would have done. Tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor do I think he looked for any. The question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain that it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out, not yet, at least. We do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene, though, so why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? Maybe they have some insight to share. But I will say one thing for this Varys, he is well versed in Eorzean history. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. The conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies, yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. That is up to us to change that, here and now. You would have me ask the Emperor himself. Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If he can skirt the storm of his displeasure, may yet come to our answers, even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. This parley was never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varys' relationship with Ascians, as we all. Yet if he is in the league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact, and if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we are to broach that particular subject, we will need to be settled. With that I knew more of the man, if you would indulge me. Lord Hien, you received imperial education, did you not? Is it true that the Emperor's will is considered absolute? There is no higher authority in all Garlemald, nor else in the heavens. Come to that, veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted being that of His Radiance's own person. It sounds suspiciously like a religion itself. I share your disdain for their hypocrisy. Even as they denigrate the idea of the faith, they revere their leader with a fervor others reserved for the divine. 'Tis a flaw common to such of the doctrine they fed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varys to reveal something. 12 have mercy, but for Lady Alicey's timely interjection, we might well have come to blows at the negotiating table. Not that Emperor Varys left us a great many options. Is unconditional surrender all that he will accept, do you think? Ere he arrived, I'd have said yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly, he's building up to something, I know it. How then should we approach the rest of this parlay? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Invite Varys to explain himself. I believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at ease. I'm happy you're right. Thank you, Glide. Spoken with everyone. Good. Now all that remains is to await the pleasure of the Emperor, and hope we fare better at the second attempt.
Now then, who would have the floor?
You!
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
I'll admit your
Rapper.
familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat Icons posed the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated.
Eradicated.
To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner.
The Great Garlean Campaign. 1,000 years, no icons.
Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by Icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Why? Why, Xena? Well, not Xena. Varys. Why?
Finally, you ask the right question.
Nani?
I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause.
Righteousness.
My goal is this.
The Castrum
To
OST.
return the world to the way it once was. The way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more.
Say what?
No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
Master Race?
What in Rorga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother.
He's a
You all
lunatic.
in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the Source and its reflections before.
these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
Oh, it's just getting good.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing.
He is an Ascian.
But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
Oh, never mind. He's talking about Solus.
What?
Oh.
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
I will stop you and the Ascians, no matter the cost.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army
Sounds
before
boring.
whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs.
He wants to fight the Ascians. He sounds like Sargeras in a way.
We would be the masters
He
of our
is.
own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you
PTSD.
forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
He wants a realm
Do you
reborn,
truly
reborn.
imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
Sit down.
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another.
Melting pot.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, He may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation.
Or is it a salad bowl?
That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light.
Did you not hear me?
Would you refuse me as well?
We can defeat the Ashians as we are.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
What was that? Then war it is.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages.
Savages.
This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Ba 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 da. What are these two? Red and blue. What say you? His grand plan is to bring about more calamities. This is insanity. This madman must be stopped at all costs. I'm glad we arrived in time to aid in the battle. Though our vanguard may be small, there are few who are chosen elite, the finest warriors of the Far East. We suspected the Ascians meddled in the shadows of the Empire, but the truth is far beyond my wildest imagination. At least now we know the face of our enemy, and need not hesitate to strike at its heart. The Empire exists to wage war, and war it shall have, but its vast armies pour in like the tides themselves. This could very well be the greatest military threat Eorzea has ever faced. I refuse the Emperor's words with all of my being. What justice is there in an ideal that demands the sacrifice of so many? I was born in the Empire, but I will never serve the Empire. Only the Seedseer commands my loyalty. Now that we have learned the Emperor's true purpose, war has become an inevitability. 'Tis times like these I curse my own uselessness in battle. It makes a twisted kind of sense that the Empire was built by the Chaos Bringers themselves. The revelation yet rattles me, but now that we know our enemies are one and the same, we have a target upon which to unleash the full force of the Alliance. Send me to the front lines, if you please. We'll give the Imperials a taste of the Maelstrom's cannons, not to mention my axe. Lastborn. Not ready. My first engagement. Oh, Slapper, sir? Whatever. My first engagement as Flame General, and it is a full-scale war with the Empire. I feel some measure of nervousness, of course, but I swear I will make Father proud when the battle comes. The Ashians are terrible beings indeed, that they would found an entire nation to further their dark design. 'Twould seem that the Empire's history is as sinister as Ishgard's own. The Temple Knights have deployed in full strength. Eorzea's future is Ishgard's future, and our fates ride upon the outcome of this conflict. What do you say? Oh yeah. I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waited for battle. So as worrying as our little chat with the Empire was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Where are we? No mounts here. Okay, hold up. Ba, 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 da. People are constantly walking in. Nice, nice. This is nice garrison. Eorzean Alliance headquarters. Tell our dying breaths we must protect the border at all costs. I pray I live to see it. There's nothing more beautiful than a sunset on the Walt Tano. I will do whatever it takes to save my patients, whatever it takes. Hello, nurse. We have no reason to believe the barrier will not hold, yet if they should bring all to bear against us, then we must call for reinforcements. I fear we lack the number to hold out. Let me see this map. Oh, nice map. Chests. Cannons are ready to fire. The hell? Where does he go? Oh, they go back and forth? Okay. Oh, there's some more guys. I pray this will be enough. The face of war.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Dorma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Gallians come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother.
Alright, I'll say.
But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
Hoorah!
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right.
It'll be alright.
So please, don't you dare leave me alone.
Oh! No worries.
No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Oof. I'll say. Can't say stuff like that. The Gimlet Dark. It's a regular duty. My duties as field commander demand me to stay here. Dungeons. Damn, there's a lot of dungeons. How many dungeons? Let me see. 1, 2. I can't count. We just try to stop. Stop. But they only put 2 hard modes. They don't put hard modes, I feel, because of lore sometimes. Because all the hard modes are different than the normal dungeon. And if they can't really do it lore-wise, then they don't make the hard mode in the dungeon. Which is kind of whack. Like, I wouldn't mind if they just made it just to make it, but it's whatever. For those who dare travel twixt Aldenard and Ilsbard, there is but one path, and it leads through Gimlet, a confluence of harsh terrain and ethereal climatic conditions. Have shadowed the land in perpetual darkness, and it is here that we join. Yo, come on, why did it close everything once I hit join? And here's the decisive battle for Eorzea begins, joined by their far eastern allies. The Eorzean Alliance battles desperately to fight back the seemingly endless waves of the Imperial troops. In a bid to change the tide of battle, the Boy of Light has been called to the fray. But can they prevail in this land long since lost to the light? The Gimlit Dark. We going in. Can't say blind. What should I do as I wait? Triple Triad? No, they don't. You're freaking. You get one level every. Doing the Alia post stuff was good. I leveled up Weaver to 68. 2 weeks, it'll be 70. Roll next Tuesday, essentially. What should I do now? I think I'll just wait. I swear, this is the Novice Network, but I swear they show. Anyone want to help with Bowser Ever EX unsynced? I swear they put spoilers in there. No way. Showtime! Ready? Okay. Showtime. We are war! Where is this though? I wonder. Like north of Alamigo? Here and then Igiri.
Leave this to me.
Oh, Yugiri's got it. So, they're firing cannons at us.
Forward! Forward!
Spread out. Be wary of artillery fire. Keep to the north. We will head off the truce to the south. Oh. What was that? I'm not even maxed out. I lost it. Uh-oh, big boy. Magitech Colossus. What's happening? Circumvent. What is this? I can't attack. What? I did horrible. Horribly.
I shan't hold back!
This is... That's the last one? Oh, Lisa's here, and Pip Pip. I just noticed. Just... keep moving. Hold them. Prometheus. Nitrous. Oh. Nice, and the circle's all the way over. It's digging. Over here, maybe? Unbreakable cement drill. Needles, man. Nitro spin. Freezing missile. Oh, we should probably take only 2, not all 4. Oh no! Fuck. Definitely don't go to the center for that. You take 2 of them. We got the American Canyon.
You underestimate me.
Nobody underestimates you, Americ. You are what we think you are. My thanks, Glide. Gazoo. Parachute's coming down.
This knight does not yield! Out of my way!
Say leave that to them. But it's coming.
Out one!
Pippin to you too, and Lise. The gang's all here. We get it. I lost my echo chain. Man. unbreakable cement blade. Quick, to me! Now. Self-detonate. It's going to blow. This one's for you, Papa Limo.
Time to get serious!
Oh. Okay, at least. Oh, I'm glad to leave the rest of the soldiers to us. Oh, red and blue! Finally making their thing. Julio Sosquanas, Anya, fall back. These savages bested our vanguard. Impressive. But in the end, they are only savages. Now, let us be brief. His radiance awaits. Daggers and gun. Blade. Oh no. Didn't I just spawn instead? Oh my god. I couldn't move. Oh my lord. Wait, the tank died. What the hell's happening? Why is everyone dying? What's going on? They can't evade us both. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Order of bombardment. Dude. maybe limit break? It seems we have no choice, Julia. Should we feel honest, savages? We have the something. What? What? Why are you coming through me? Oh, okay. And fewer still who have witnessed this. Farewell, savages. Mage limit break here. Star! Imperial authority. Skadoosh. We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. What? Smoke bomb! That's flashbang, actually. Yay! Doesn't even look good.
There you are, and none the worse for wear.
There you are, and none the worse for wear.
Indeed. I had hoped we might do more to help, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
Alice!
Oh no. Don't tell me. Are you all right? Quickly! We must get her back to the encampment.
Now it's war. Alice is being cared for at the infirmary. Would that there were more we could do for her. So the Garleans have been routed, have they? Well done. So this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not. They won't be taking any chances. Now that the Emperor has joined the fray, they'll want to take time. They will want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of our eastern allies, we've passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for LSA, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the Kyrusians have completed their examinations of Mrs. LSA, and it is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Damn it! Not LSA too! Just like the others. Damn it all. Aye, the Guardians picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that LSA is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. The Hukirti and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the far east is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Yosh! Judging by the Guardians' recent movements or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should be returned to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll do no good to anyone without rest. Go on now, rest. You've more than earned it. We'll contact you the moment the Guardians show any signs of stirring. Oh, we're going to the Rising Stones. Where is this again? How do you get back here? Here? Imperials have not gained any ground since our last battle, but neither have we. I fear this stalemate can only continue for so long. Hey, what if I want to go back there? Oh, who's this? What the hell? Take with a tons of salt. Bluzong has been waiting for my return. A moment of your time, Glide. A merchant who brought me a goodly shipment of salt. Kot left a message on the off chance you were passing through the toll. The salt he trades in his Girabania, you see, quality stuff in the locks. With every guild, let him tell you. Operation. What's going on here? Apologies, he asked that you come to see him in Stone's Throw. What the hell? What is this? I'm busy here. Alice is in danger. Well, I'll be. You came. Glide. Hawk, the savior of the Saltery. Wait, more Saltery stuff? It's tremendous honor, sir. No exaggeration. Made so many lives. Sultana and Lord Lorito. But we all know who got them in the same room. It was you. You'll see all the salt exploited logs shipped to Corner Eosia. Refugees here changed as a result. Take a look at the raw lives of here. Oh! They updated these places. Okay, that's nice. All because of the Saltery we did. Okay. Don't believe me? Go see for yourself. Pearl Lane? Wait, what? As in... Oh, just... I'm speaking with the refugees. Wait, hold on. I actually don't even know if these were here before. Have a good look, sir. You won't forget it. Everything. Over here too. I mean, I'm guessing this is new. I don't remember. I have to check a VOD. I thought Pearl Lane was the alleys. Oh, so business is booming. Reformed ruffian. As time I'd sooner spat at a guardsman's eye than take little Rito's skill. Times are changing. Have we got to change them? Where's that guy that's on the floor before that told us that Alphino was taking coin from those lords or whatever? Whatever. I finally saved us enough salt. Yes, yes, nice, nice, nice. Is it you? Been a long time, soldier. I remember when you came here upon once a time, back when Teleji Adeleji was trying to play us all for fools. Yes, it was you. I remember you. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Just the other day, East Aldenard man came around and offered me a job. Not as a salt porter, though. As a guard for a bloody bank. Self-same bank holding Teleji's fortune that Olorito so generously gifted to the House of the Ul following the bastard's death. A gesture of reconciliation to smooth over the tensions between the Royalists and the Monteris. As if the two were ever truly at odds, the Sultanate is content to let Lolorito manage the estates so long as they get their cut. Bah, it's smoke and mirrors, don't you see? Perfumed gentry carving up the corpse of a fool couldn't play the great game. All the while the rest of us trudge on fighting over scraps from Master's table. The Master's table. And the moneylenders, the banks, they are part of the same rotten system, chewing up the poor and hapless, and with convoluted contracts full of traps. Every man on this street can tell you a story about a friend saddled with debt, forced to work day and night until they fell ill and died. This city, East people, soldiers, chew them up and spit them right out. So I told the bank man to piss him off. Bloody fool, what in the seven hells was he thinking? Coming down here and offering me a job as if I don't know the poison chalice when I see one. Things have changed, man. With that, everyone were so perspective. Lolorito came straight for you. We met before. Something about you seems familiar. Well, he is the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company. aren't we a long way from home? I will not deny that you have cause to distrust our offer of employment under Titlegi's management. The bank was less than charitable in its treatment of its staff. Contrary to his public support of refugee cause, he aggressively pursued cost-cutting measures, which led to unconscionably long shifts and drastically reduced wages. Consequently, quality of service was much reduced, as was the reputation of his business. He was a short-sighted imbecile, but I am not. Neither the Sultana nor I would see his policies perpetuated, and intended to offer rather more equitable terms, increased compensation, periods of rest, and so forth. But forgive me if I don't blindly trust a man that says spews of gill from its backside 3 times a day. Even if your every word is true, I'm not about to believe what you're offering all that out of the kindness of your heart. No, certainly not, nor would I expect a man such as you, who thinks 5 steps ahead out of necessity, to think otherwise. Simply put, I need you and your people to trust me. This is far bigger than the bank or the saltery, or any single endeavor. Nay, it is about every single adventure associated with the Mirage Trust, which your people rightfully regard with caution. If they are to grow and prosper, it will only be with support of our Alamican residents. Sure. Nay, it is about every single business trust which your people rightfully regard with caution. If they are to grow and prosper, it will only be with the support of our Alamigan residents. You are a leader in your community, Landebert, a man who commands respect and loyalty when he speaks. If you vouch for us, the others will listen. I trust that answers your question as to why I would descend from my golden chamber pot to come see you in person. More or less, you want me to take your gill, so others will too. Then, that was then, and this is now, so saith the chairman himself. But it ain't. Oh boy. But it ain't simple, you can't promise. It ain't that simple. You can't promise folks the stars and expect them to take you at your word. I want it in writing, for me and mine both, contracts, legal and binding. And we want a seat at the table, representation for our collective interests. All Amigans united in common cause, bargaining as one. Interesting. In principle, I have no objection. You shall be joining us at the bank, then? I reckon he thinks he's got his hooks in me. Well, we'll see about that. Even if he gives us everything we demand, I know he'll try to undermine and divide us. Wouldn't be surprised if he succeeded too, but at least we have a fighting chance. But at least we'll have a fighting chance, yeah. I will play his game for now, work our way into positions of power and necessity, so when the time comes to remind him who needs who, we'll be ready to extract some real concessions. Just you wait. This was a nice side quest. Oh, what? Oh yeah, I forgot Kryle's looking. What about Kryle? Is Kryle getting hit? Ah, Glide, welcome home. Word has it you and Mistress Say gave the Garlands quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Say? Certain she would have returned by now. By the 12, not her too. Horcher and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tataru post haste. With that, I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's conditions remains unchanged. As we speak, Coltonet, Kryl, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, after all. Though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us. The time being, at least. The face of war. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Such devastation. Oh, this is the east of Alamigo then. That's where the border is, the northeast. I think that's what they said in the quest too. What is it good for? But what just happened? When does this end? A bit of a brief reprieve. Oh, hold on, I'll be back quickly. Da 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 da. Okay. Alright, let's continue. Ah, Glide, yours is a welcome face indeed. These troubled times, though it's you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I have not to report. Though if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I am afraid I have not to report. And what? Hold up. Coltonet and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas, my apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alphino had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. Maxima? Master Glide, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. You that you were able to stop them, it, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a Garlean's lips, but I speak them out of the love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded as traitor. Yeah. A traitor. I am content to bear that ignominy. That ignominy will seem a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of Glide and Alphino, are you? While far be it from me to turn away good company, if you will follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The populares could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return at North Silversteer, and I am certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time, that is. What do you suppose is waiting for him at North Silversteer? This sickness which plagues Alphino and the others is not unlike anything I have ever seen. To see them as they are and be powerless to help them is a pain beyond words. Golden Nut. You've been sitting on this thing forever. Whoa. Oh. Sid. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most Garleans would say he is a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Populares, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dream of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an imperial defector who ought to aid another imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Robin that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives? Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of a black wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Ashians, did he? After all his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, I shall be sure to tell him so. Oh, you're gonna tell him? Okay. Commander Halden also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Ashians? But this is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fighter of my being rails against it. And yet I see there is no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service of a lie. The Ashians must be stopped, to save my people, to save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Seriu's wall was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Begging your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. What is it? Commander Alden requests your presence at the Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. You'll discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah yes, the inevitable measure. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Yosh, time no doubt being of the essence. Could I tempt you to ride aboard Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Robin's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. I'll just teleport, actually. I too will make for the border anon. If there is aught I can do to help, I consider it my duty to see it done. I swear, every time you board my ship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger, and every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious, which of course is an admirable skill, but no one is invincible, Guy, not even you, so please take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines, though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist you from at quarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you're almost also among them. Yeah? A requiem for heroes. I think this is the end. Commander Alden is waiting, sir. It would be best if we proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. Are you ready? Are you ready? Whole squad ready. Yes, yeah. Sync it up. Hold on. Hold it. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Okay. You're here, good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Guardian's movements. Upon speaking with Raubon, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside time. It's showtime. Okay, it's showtime.
There have several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow.
Come on.
We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos. Lord Hian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
So long as you leave the Ascian to me.
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
I feel like I've heard this voice before, but I don't know.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again? Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
Yosh.
May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lad. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Pa 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 pa. Okay. Gotta make sure. Yosh. Meanwhile, at the border of Ala Amigo. Yes. So it's him at in the Shadowbringers cinematic? I actually don't know. I thought it was Xenos, but now it's Varys? I'm here. Execute Yagetsu 3-hit combo. Damage over time. Rush and heal. Everybody, get ready.
Ready?
Ready? So there are still those willing to stand against the Crown Prince. Interesting. Let's put an end to this here and now. If you truly believe that possible, then let us test the limits of this Garland vessel. Concentrate to believe. Formidable foe, but we have come too far. For Ida. Soon I shall give the lie to a man's indomitable spirit. The hell is this? Warrior light is still nowhere in sight. Strength, my friends. It would do well to have Glide arrive to find us battered and broken. Fight and struggle as we want, but you will not escape your fate. Spread out. Need some heals. Consecrate 10. I have nothing. Your fate is not yours to decide. He has the gun blade too. I say Varus and Xenos. Wait, what? This is Xenos. Yo, what? What sorcery is this? What the hell? I thought it was Varus. Look upon Amen no Habakara and know the depths of your folly. Out of the sword. Oh no, you don't.
Here it comes.
Lace! What have you done? If he would bring all to bear, then so must we. You kitty! Oh?
The art of my forebears.
Jutsu. I can't move. Well done. Spawn the phantoms. We must now hurry. Oh, da, da, da. Still, these two should struggle against the inevitable. He may be on the back foot, but it's not over yet. We can at least hold out the Glide arrives. I'm sure we can turn this around. But here he comes, does he? And I need not waste my time on you. For the longest time, I didn't even realize it was Xenos. Because I saw his gun, blade gun thing, revolver. I'm like, hold up, what? Doesn't Xenos use that? And it was, yeah, it's Xenos. Where's my mount?
Magic with a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Have no fear, for I am here.
Ah, bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it.
Reunion? Who are you?
Equilibrium must be restored. And only your death will redress the balance.
We will suffer your interference no longer. Boy, you can't get close to me. Triple. Spark. The hell? You just used my move on me? Whoops. I have no healing. You think you know, but can I cast a spell? Holy moly. Oh my lord. Who healed me? Idling? Breaking my limits. Oh, I gotta use Surecast. That's the way. I can't cast anything. I shouldn't have been Black Mage. Her blessing will not avail you. This ends now. To redress the balance is the salvation of the star. What the hell's going on? Oh, that's the wrong spell. No matter, you have been bested La Habrea, but I will not be cast down so easily. Dude. Out of the storm. Now I'm paralyzed. I can't cast. He's been healing me. Oh, I just have regen. Humble raise. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm not having it. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Elidibus. Death is merely a setback.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
I beseech you.
Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
I died.
At last, I found you.
Who is this?
Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet.
Enigmatic figure.
But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
Who are you? You have to send me back now.
The battle is over, the danger past. But your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon
Crystal Tower.
of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest. Soon, we will throw wide the gates.
Don't reach your hand out.
And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
The first what? Wait, no, don't reach out. I'm not reaching out to you. Honor Rot? A Madeline? Am I an Ishgard? Can't be an Ishgard. I am an Ishgard. Did we lose? Wait, what? Why is Honor Rot with...
You're awake.
Am I
Thank heavens.
Where's Xenos?
I see you recall that much, at least. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont. Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
Estinian? What?
Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies.
There's rebelling.
Good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
Is Alice alright? And he stole it too.
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
Well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you were confined to bed. Boy. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. You know, take L's. As long as we have you, Master Hawk, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt, even here in Ishgard. In anticipation of a need for reinforcements, Artorial will soon be departed for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength had returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. I'll wait with you. I dare not keep you any longer. Okay, this song's a pretty banger too. It is time to end this, I think. This post Stormbringers has been a lot. There's a lot of content between expansions, it seems like. Boom boom boom. Tataru. Mina. Tataru Taru Taru. Taru Taru. Yo. Oh.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
Dead man walking. No embrace? Alright.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapsed like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
I smoked Xenos. Then I had a heart attack.
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful.
Do. True.
And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him.
Ah.
Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back...
It's game over.
Thancred, Y'shtola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize. You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me?
You hear me? You could join.
So if you must leave. Go and find the others. Bring them home.
Isn't Tataru an arcanist? She has a good carbuncle. Do 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 do. You can count on me. You heard?
As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut?
He said at the base of the tower, didn't he? He didn't say...
There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid, and the researchers of St. Coinax Find.
St. Coinax Find.
Don't you worry. We'll find that beacon for you.
Yosh. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Bone dump dumping.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How can I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. Or what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. He will
A
not
minor
escape me again.
setback.
Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril.
This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Victorious. Dee-doo-dee-doo.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
What? They barely did anything, Alphino and Gaius. They're already back on making the Black Rose. He has earrings on his helmet. The hell is that? What's happening? Oh, okay. Yay. Oh. Nice art. And let's say Beth and Vargas. Pian. Pip Pip. Gosetsu. Yukiri and Gosetsu are involved for Dola. Maxima. Tsuyu. Yotsuyu or Tsuyu? Ken. They are just one character, huh? This isn't copyrighted. But yeah, this was some good. This is really good in this post game. It's the best I remember. It was long though, but I mean, I guess if you played while the game was out, it wasn't long. These are a whole bunch of patches. I just played like 3 or 4 patches at once. Asahi. Oh, this is Tsuyu. The other one was Yotsuyu. Tsukiyomi. The face. Infinite Tsukiyomi. We fidgeting. Bald. Sadu. Bum bum, but my heart breaks. The cold Istola. Freaking Magnite. Gabu Gabu. Goo Goo Gabu. Maybe we could go to Gabu. Devastation. All I say, I'll do whatever I can. All right. The Shadow Bringers. Solus. This is war. Is this the anthem? Oh gosh. Well, now I need to do the trials. Those 4 lord things. I need to do more Eureka. And then, and only then, I will start Shadowbringers. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Is this the max speed? There's 2 speeds? No, there's not. There's only 2 speeds? I could have sworn there was 3. I'll be back. Okay. I could probably just exit this, right? I think I exited last time. Score Nobu Uematsu. Susan Calloway. Second violin. Flute. Oboe. I hear the oboes. I hear the oboes. Trumpet. Yusuke Nakoto. Trombone. Where's the saxophones? What the hell? No sax? Uchida. What, all of this for voice acting? I mean, I'm not playing in Japanese, and they go harder in Japanese probably. I think for English, they just pick whatever. Alright, I'm probably done for now. Well, streaming, I guess. I'm just gonna do some dungeons and stuff. Tomorrow I'm gonna do Eureka. And probably some of the trials too, maybe, I don't know. And then, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday I should be on Shadowbringers, I think. I don't have anything else really to do. Professions, I guess. I need level 70 Weaver, but I'll get level 70 Weaver next Tuesday. Oh, and there's Weaver quests, I forgot. I haven't done any of the Weaver quests. I'll do that at some point. Oh, we're ending. Return to Ivalice. Oh, they got all Monster Hunter World. Oh wait, interdimensional exchange. Oh wait, I have to read. This is the Monster Hunter team, Capcom. Wow. Final Fantasy 15? What are we talking about 15? Is Final Fantasy 15 in here? Where? Is it the car mount? Special thanks. Tetsuyo Nomura. The Primals, Sony, Hiroshi Ueda, Satsu, Dentsu. It's the Yakuza. Alienware. Logic Cool. Microsoft Japan. Mouse Computer. Nvidia. Razer. Third Corporation. Yusuke Nishimura. Twitch Japan. And all the Final Fantasy XIV players. Yosuke Matsuda, Mr. Headshot. Producer and director Naoki Yoshida. Produced by Square Enix. For our dear friend and colleague Michael Sherlock Holmes. I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return I made you this, a brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. But now it is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Koinax's find. You must go and rest while we track down the beacon. Post-credit scene. Who is this guy? Who's this on the ground?
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
My enemy, my friend. Talking about.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
Who is this? Don't tell me that's Xenos. Wait a minute, was that was definitely his voice now that I think about it. And here I am at the Crystal Tower. Dun, dun, dun. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across the time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. Da 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 da. Swan song. Show me what you got. The hell? What is this? Oos? Okay. Okay. Oos? The boots? What? These pants are nothing. Alright. What's everyone got to say? Our brothers and sisters are fallen, it is true, but duty will not afford us time to swallow in misery. Until they are returned to us, we must work twice as hard. My brother says he will work twice as hard in the Scions instead, which likely means I must work thrice as hard if I to match his pace. In the light of the present condition of the Scions, even Riol has returned from a field. Never has there been a greater need to marshal our resources. You needn't worry about the Scions. Oker and my sister and I, Urcher and I, have been keeping over them in shifts ever since they arrived at the Rising Stones. If only they would give some sign of stirring. I never realized just how critical a role the Archons played in all that we do here. It won't be easy to make up for their absence. I'm afraid there is still no change in the Scions' condition, and that the means to wake them from their slumber yet eludes us. I pray this beacon at the Crystal Tower might guide us to an answer. Grandfather doubts his ability to contribute to the Scions, and try as I might, I cannot assuage his doubts. Would that Home was here, he would know what to say. Everyone labors tirelessly to fulfill the Scions' duties in their absence, and yet I sometimes wonder what worth yet remains in these old bones of mine. I thought things couldn't get any worse when the Guardians were gearing up for war. Then word reached me the Scions were in trouble. We need to find the beacon and find it quick. Alright, that is it. I'm gonna do some dungeons or something, I don't know. Just not this. Things are getting interesting. Stormblood, very enjoyable. Some good shit, yes.